Alright guys, how you doing? In that video, I decided to learn how to do one arm push-up. Honestly, I wanted to learn that for a long time, but I was too lazy to actually train it. But today, I decided to change that. So I'm giving myself 7 days to learn how to do one arm push-up, and I'm gonna document the whole process. Now you can see my current level. And yeah, it's pretty bad. I can't even control the negative part of the movement, let alone push myself back up. So the real question is it really possible to learn one arm push up in just 1 week? So we're gonna find out it in that video. So less talking, more training. Let's go!
On the first day, I didn't really have a plan. I just did what I already knew. First, I did a couple of regular push-ups to warm up. Then I started attempting the one-arm push-up just to see how bad things actually were. And yeah, as you can see, it's pretty bad. I'm definitely gonna have to work hard if I wanna make this happen. But I believe it's possible. At least, I hope so.
So that was day one. I basically did some exercises that I had seen somewhere else before. Nothing structured, but honestly, that's how I learned another skills in my life too. For example, muscle up. If you haven't seen my video about muscle up, how I learned this in 7 days, you can watch it after this video. There will be a link. So what I mean, sometimes just experimenting can actually work, but I need to be more prepared for tomorrow. I have only 6 days left, and I should probably find more better exercises. And see you tomorrow.
As I said yesterday, on day 2 I came prepared. I watched a few YouTube videos and wrote down some good progression exercises. I ended up with 4 exercises that looked promising. The first one was a push-up where we keep both hands on the ground but shift your weight from side to side. Basically you perform the push-up while loading one arm more than the other, like this. This helps build strength in one arm while still having some support from the other. And wow, my chest was already burning. I'd only done about 8 reps per side. I used to think push-ups weren't that effective. Turns out I was completely wrong, and that was the only first set. The next exercise was the archer push-up. It's similar to the previous one, but your hands are much wider, which makes it more challenging. Also, I noticed something interesting about my hand placement. I always thought your palms should face forward like in normal push-ups, but in the video I watched, the guy placed his hands slightly differently. And honestly, who am I to argue with someone who can do one-arm push-ups? So I just copied him. And I have to say, it worked pretty well. The last exercise for day 2 was a one-arm push-up with assistance. In my case, it was a chair. My working arm was on the floor and the other hand was supported on a chair. And I gotta say, this was probably the best progression exercise I've ever tried. By the 4th rep, I was already completely exhausted, as that was after just 1 hour of training. And personally for me, I'm done for the day 2.
I've been training just for 1 hour and I'm already exhausted. Honestly, I'm not used to training with bodyweight training anymore, and that workout destroyed me. But at the end of the workout, I realized something important. I should have started with the hardest exercises while I still have the most energy, and then move to easier exercise as I get tired. But there's always tomorrow, so tomorrow I'll try the strategy.
On the next workout, I did exactly that. I started with the hardest exercises, the assisted one-arm push-up using the chair, and honestly, it was a great decision. When you start the workout with the hardest movement, you're gonna give it your full effort. Then, as your strength decreases, you move to easier variations. That way, the intensity stays high throughout the whole workout. It doesn't make the workout easier, it just makes it more effective. If you ever try learning a new skill, this is actually a great strategy. Alright guys, today is day 7, which means today I really need to push hard. Because tomorrow I'll attempt a full 1 arm push-up. So today's training has to count. This basically is the final preparation day. Before the final day, I tried to do some negative 1 arm push-up just to check out if there was any progress. And unfortunately, it seems like I'm not ready yet. But we'll see tomorrow.
After that negative one arm push up, my entire upper body, my chest, my shoulder, my triceps, especially my triceps, are totally destroyed. And now I'm about to do the rest of the exercises because it's better to be prepared for tomorrow.
And how careless we could be. And how careless we could. And how careless we could be.
And finally, we did that. It was tough. I know it wasn't even perfect, it wasn't even good technique, but what do you expected? I had only 7 days to learn 1 arm push up, and nevertheless, I did that. And now I know I need to keep improving my 1 arm push up technique. Maybe even I will learn 1 arm push up in my left hand if it's possible. But if I learn it, I'll post video about that. But now we are the legends who learned 1 arm push up in 7 days. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the results. So let me know in the comments which skills should I try to learn next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!